fabulous mood. It's weird.
I doubt
Not very
that.
often. Not very often. Well, yeah.
I had a shit day, man.
It's because I'm off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Hoodlumcast. If you've been living under a rock, you may not be aware that the Hookset Hoodlums are back in full effect. And by that, I mean in our basements talking to ourselves. So, welcome to the reunion episode. We are waiting on a guest or two. But actually, I misspoke. We are not waiting. We are going. We got myself, Wild Bill Fishing. We got Ken, Underwater Robberies. Andrew, Reeling in Life. And Rodney, R&R Outdoors. And we're getting right into it. It's 2026, the year of the Hoodlum. What's up, boys?
Much, man.
Hi. What's going on?
Hell yeah. What's going on, fellas? Long time.
I'll tell you this.
It has
Absolutely.
been a long time.
Long overdue. And what better time to start talking some fishing when it is 7 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So
There's like
I'm
5
sure
feet of
everyone's
snow here.
I'm sure everyone's really in the mood to talk some fishing. Roddy, what temperature do you have out there?
I was 4 degrees just a little bit ago. This morning we woke up and it was -2. What's my weather app?
No.
We're at 4 degrees right now.
I think there must be some type of a delay. Are you guys hearing me? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe you have a delay.
Yeah, I could. Well, it's been said. So
yeah, we all hear it.
I know so little about Indiana that I thought it was 80 degrees there. But I also do have a delay, so.
Absolutely not. It has not been 80 degrees here since probably October.
Okay. Yeah. So, to get this episode going, I did text.
Yeah, we get the long summers, but super shitty winters.
Here we go.
This delay is gonna drive me crazy. It's not even a little one. Are you in Baghdad?
And it's on your end too, because I'm catching up with you guys. Perfect.
It's our first episode. We've had 5
awesome.
years. We've had 5 years.
I feel like I'm live on Channel 5 right now, man. God damn.
No, when you talk, it's like this.
Bill's been too busy out playing golf and working on a podcast.
He says it and then he stops talking.
Laughing.
And then it comes across and he's just like this. And
he's laughing and it's not saying anything.
Yeah. So it is me.
No, we all have the delay.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is awesome.
You're answering me instantly. He's answering me 30 seconds later.
Yeah, it's Rodney.
I do not have a delay with you guys.
All right, Rodney, on the count of 3, let's say 3. 1, 2,
3.
3. Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, you're delayed. That's what's great.
3.
Yeah. I'm removing him. I'm going to remove you and I'm going to bump you right back in because something's got to give here. Hold on 1 second.
Yo, what a mess already.
Yeah, it's definitely. I can hear you live. We're good, right? Everybody's good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to enter him. I don't know. By the way, this is the limits of my IT experience. I just deleted him and I'm going to add him back in. Rodney, how you doing?
Nope, it's off still.
Motherfucker.
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep. Very.
Let me leave and come back in.
Bye-bye. I actually thought when we're running this beginning, we're all just kind of doing our thing, just BSing before we started recording. I'm like, wow, everybody sounds pretty good. Everything's good.
Yeah.
He was answering right away. I didn't notice any type of delay. It's Indiana, so I know there's always going to be some type of it's going to be a little slow, but I thought the education stuff down there, I have no idea. I'm not one to talk because I said down there. I don't even know if it's down there. It might be over there. But I mean, things will get definitely a lot smarter when Scuba Steve joins us.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't answered though in the message.
Okay, well, maybe his head went through the goddamn ceiling and he's no longer available.
No, he's working hard.
This doesn't pick up. I may have to smash a swim bait live.
Oh boy.
No silly shit, Andrew said. All right, we'll wait for Rodney. Actually, we don't need to wait for Rodney. What I was gonna say is one of the things that actually the only real scheduled thing I talked about is I sent Rodney had asked what's the topic. Now, obviously, if anybody's ever watched a Hoodlumcast before, there aren't really topics, but occasionally we do have an idea of what we're going to talk about, and it never usually gets there. But I figure since it's the first episode back and it is still technically January, although if I release this Monday, yeah, it won't be January anymore, I don't think. But wanted to talk about some goals for 2026. Now, none of us are really out there fishing. I was even going to hit the river Monday, but then obviously we got that giant snowstorm with a couple feet of snow, so it made no sense for me to hit the river. So I thought, what better time to relaunch the episode and we could talk about some of our personal goals for 2026. They don't have to necessarily be fishing related, as I told Rodney and Scuba, but typically that's kind of all that's what I'm thinking about is some of my goals for fishing or for, trying new things. And while we wait for Rodney, I will say that the three of us did also just the other day, last week, go to the Jigs and Bigs 300th episode anniversary. And that was awesome to see Bobby and Joe and how much that show has evolved. And it's pretty cool and pretty smooth, by the way. I would never be able to do that live as smooth as they did that. It was like, I would be like a nervous wreck and there'd be moments of silence and probably they would boo us off the stage. But those guys did an awesome job at the live show. And it was cool to see all the new faces. There's a lot of people there that I do not know, companies that I heard of, but I don't know them. I don't know any of these people. Boston anglers were cool people. There's a whole bunch of them. And you guys, I'm sure, had a good time. I don't know because we didn't sit together, but
yeah, which is insane.
Insane. What's insane?
You are insane.
Why?
Because we asked
you. Was up there late for starters.
Hey, yeah. An hour late. And then after that, we're like, oh, where are you sitting? And he said, oh, over there. There were 3 seats over there, so we put our things over there. And then we sit down with food. And all of a sudden, oh, with Billy. I don't know, 5 seats over. Hanging out with other people.
Some kid, like.
Yeah, it was insane to me.
Okay. So, what actually happened is, you guys, we met at my house.
Sucked into a conversation.
No. What actually happened is, you guys were going to meet at my house, and I was going to drive. Wasn't drinking or anything like that. I know Ken likes to knock them back, so I said, I'll drive. You guys show up at the house. I said 5:00. Insane thinking back about this. Absolutely insane that you guys both thought that the show started at 7 and that I would ever let you guys at my house at 5:00.
I didn't have a ticket, so I had no idea when the show started.
You didn't have a ticket.
I bought it at the door.
Wow, way to support your friend. Anyway,
who
got ticket number 1? Ticket number 1, Wild Bill Fishing, baby. Anyway,
it was right after you. Mine said 7:00 when I looked at it.
And mine said I won no raffle prizes.
That's true. That is true.
Actually, to take it back, I won the best raffle prize. I get to go fishing with Bobby.
You won no raffle prizes.
I won the last one. I won the last one. And Bobby was like, "What else can we do? There's some losers out there. Hey, so next guy who wins goes fishing with me for a day." And it was me.
I've been fishing with Bobby so many times. I have every single time had a blast. We've never been skunked, but we've had very slow fishing days. And you're in for a treat, I can tell you that. Rodney, you're loud again. How's it going?
How about now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can you hear us okay?
It's loud.
Yep. Hold on. I'm going to change it up because I can't hear you in my headset.
Okay.
You're not wearing a headset.
I like that doesn't see. There's no delay, though. That's nice.
How about now?
I am a little worried there's a delay, actually.
All right. It's got to be my headset, my Bluetooth. I'll be right back.
Wait,
kick me
can you
out.
hear us?
Just put
Can you hear
me
me?
backstage.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh no.
Yeah, put me backstage. Let me change my mic.
No, he's good.
Okay.
He's good.
No, he's not. He has a long delay again. So, God dang, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you'll absolutely have a blast fishing
This
with
is going
Bobby.
to take a lot of editing, this episode.
I'm not editing anything. This is fine. So, no, absolutely not. So, the show. Okay, yeah. So these guys come to my house. You guys come to my house at 5:00 because, as ticket number 1 holder, I know this show starts at 6. I know Bobby is a professional, meaning he's not going to start recording the show at 6:00. But I do know he's live streaming because you could have bought tickets and just streamed it online and been entered into the raffle. So I knew he was streaming live on YouTube as well. And so I figure he'll probably start recording around 6:30. So come here at 5. It's about a 40-minute ride from my house. I'll drive. And Rodney, give me a thumbs up when you want to come back in. And okay. And so you guys get there. We're hanging out in my kitchen, BSing, talking a bunch of junk, whatever, talking about the show, talking about we're gonna sit together. And I kept saying, "You guys sure it's not 6:00? I thought the show started at 6." No, it starts at 7. Andrew literally says, "I'm looking at my ticket. My ticket says 7." Damn.
I didn't
I am
have it with me though. It was
Right.
outside.
You did not have it with you. But
Okay.
you good, Rodney?
Not yet.
Okay. Give me a thumbs up. I'll throw you in. That sounded good though. That there was no delay there. Anyway, so I'm like, yeah, I think the show starts at 6. And you know, you guys want to tell me I'm wrong? I'm not usually one to be wrong about start times and being whatever. Okay, but listen, 2 against 1, that's democracy.
All I'll say is thank you for the ride. Thanks for sitting with us when we got up there. It showed unity to everybody that we were actually
you can't say both of those things. You can't say both of those things because I did give you a ride and I didn't sit with you. So you're being disingenuous. And I don't want you to be disingenuous about both things. That's crazy.
Thank you for the ride. Like I appreciate the ride.
Nice ride. Yeah, me too.
I woke up that morning.
Nice ride.
It'd be cool to be an hour late to this thing. So like, thank you for the ride.
Sidebar. I'm going to tell you something that's been pissing me off since the ride. And I'm actually serious. I've been thinking about this. I started thinking about it. It's you, brother. It's you, brother.
It's always me.
You.
It's always me.
Yeah. Because you don't know when to shut your mouth, dude. And I go out to snowblow. If you guys don't know, in Connecticut, we got like 2 feet of snow, legitimately almost 2 feet of snow. And I go out to snowblower. It's not working. I got a shovel. I waited to the end. This is Sunday. Patriots are going to the Super Bowl, blah, blah. I'm hyped up. I don't care. I got a shovel. I'm in the zone. I'm amped up. As I'm shoveling, I'm cleaning off the top of my Jeep. And this is a sidebar, by the way. And I start thinking about Andrew on the way back. Ken says, and you guys correct me when I'm wrong. You guys jump on in, but I'm telling you right now, I'm still pissed because this was a sneak diss, as the kids say. Let's see if this works. Hold on. You in there?
How are we now?
Sounds good, brother. Can you hear us live?
Yep, I got everybody now.
Oh, yeah. No delay. Love it. So I'm just telling this. Were you able to hear me back there?
Yeah, I was listening to you guys.
All right. So we're in the Jeep on the way back from Jigs and Bigs. I'm going to get back to the show in a second. But we're on our way back, and Ken goes, "Hey, how come you don't take the roof off of the Jeep?" Now, insane. I don't know if this, now thinking about it now, conspiratorial, QAnon. Insane that you bring this up when it's a blizzard coming. So I don't even know why you brought that up. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe you are part of this, Ken. But you said, why? Well, let me go. So
I'll tell you
said,
why I said it in a little while.
Okay. So you said, why don't you ever take the roof off your Jeep? Not even a good question because I do take the roof off of my Jeep. What I don't like to do is work, like labor. And I don't want to unscrew 10 bolts and take the roof off of my Jeep. But I do it because my wife says, hey, let's take the roof off the Jeep and go to Clinton and get some lobster rolls and blah, blah, blah. Let's go to the beach. Let's do this. And this is why you have a Jeep. Take the doors off. So I do it. And I did it several times this year. And I have done it. And it means nothing to me to do it. One time I put the goddamn thing on my back and I put it on the Jeep all by myself. And I hurt my neck for a week. Doesn't matter. It's very heavy. My point is, here's where the sneak diss comes. Andrew says, it's not that type of Jeep. This thing's a luxury Jeep.
Oh, Jesus.
Now,
It's
you know, what are you talking about, dude? What are you even talking about? What do you mean it's a luxury Jeep? It's a Jeep Wrangler, dude.
Yeah. It's a
What do
new
you mean?
one.
Yeah, dude. Stop. It's the same thing to remove that roof that it would be to remove a 1988
No.
Jeep Wrangler.
No,
what?
wrong.
It's
no,
not.
wrong. No, wrong. Wait, what? How do you remove those? How do you remove
No.
those roofs?
I had an old, I think I had an 87, 88 Jeep.
I had
YJ,
an
I think it
03
was.
one. Yeah.
And
I had
Andrew,
it
are you
was,
on a delay? Because Rodney
it was
talking.
nothing.
What do you
Yeah,
mean, Rodney?
it was just
nothing?
like,
This is
it was
nothing
like
too.
four or five latches that you just like spring loaded latches that came down and it was heavy as shit. I mean, it wasn't a light thing by
Yeah, I
any means.
put it on my
but,
back.
Yeah.
Probably heavier now.
I mean, and I'm just a little guy. So, I mean, imagine me in a lifted Jeep trying to wrangle around a Jeep top. Yeah.
Andrew,
Yes, sir.
you used to have a Jeep. How
I
did you
did.
take the roof off?
Yeah. The exact same way.
What?
By myself on my back,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
back it
right.
in. So I'm just saying it's not the same though. Yours is way nicer than mine was.
You're pissing me off.
I would have
It's a compliment.
I would
No,
have a
it's
roof
not,
off.
dude.
Yes, in the summer, and it would rain in there, and you wouldn't have that. I'm just saying it's not the same.
6 bolts.
Here's
and
the real
bolts.
Jeep question though. Bill,
Yeah.
do you have power windows?
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
okay.
I can't
That's what I'm
control that.
saying. That's
Okay,
what I'm saying.
no. Hear me out. Hear me out
It's
though.
not the same.
Make this make sense to me. Your power window switch is on the console, probably underneath your 14-inch screen, right?
Yeah, so when it gets
You
wet,
guys are
yeah.
pissing me
Yeah.
off. I know that's 14-inch screen. It's a sneak diss.
but here's my question though. They put it there so that your switches aren't on the doors. What the hell do you need those switches for if your goddamn doors aren't on your Jeep?
I thought about this.
Is that not a fair question?
It
Of course it is.
Because Andrew, I'm telling you right now, dude, you're firing me up.
Hey,
I
I was
thought
not
about
throwing shade. Go
No,
get
no,
yours, Bill. Go get
Legit
yours.
question. You're asking a legit question. The Buffalo Bills lost in the playoffs, so Andrew's throwing shots at me left and right. And I didn't want to bring up football, but
Yeah,
I have
you-
to.
Yes, you did.
No, I
You've
have
been
to
waiting
assume
for it.
that-
Yes.
No, I have not.
I was
No, have not.
shoveling on Sunday after New England won, and they're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
tell you why I didn't mind shoveling. I was running
Yeah.
hot, buddy. Listen, I'm telling you that's a legit question, Ronnie. And I thought about this, and I have to assume it's just the wiring because they'd have to run the wiring to the door.
But
through the
still,
door.
you're taking the door off. So why couldn't you just unplug it? Right?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the luxury ones you have it on the door. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're not
But-
bougie. You don't have the ones on the
Dude.
door.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
So-
hold on,
so-
can we just say something for a second?
please.
Look how handsome Ken looks, just sitting up there in the
Horrible.
corner.
Looks horrible.
Look at him.
Absolutely. Yeah, he looks handsome. Yeah, you're right. Actually, he
Look
does
at,
look
look at
handsome.
how handsome that
Yeah.
man is.
I'll just say one thing. It was a random question I asked about the roof because I see a lot of people with Jeeps now and they don't take off the tops anymore. So I said,
They also
do.
have 4 doors.
yeah, can you take?
I have 2 kids. I do have 4 doors though. But
Oh,
listen, guys,
Power windows. You have it all.
you know I don't want power windows. I've told you this about every vehicle I've had. I wish it didn't have power windows.
air
My wife knows.
conditioning. Does it have air conditioning?
This one does, yeah.
For when you take the 4 doors and the roof off? That makes sense.
Well, no, because then it gets a little chilly in there, so I don't put the AC on sometimes. And even on a summer night, I'll throw the heat on without the roof. But that's because I get chilly.
That's
Um,
crazy.
I will say this, another sidebar. I bought when I got home from Iraq, the whole time I was there, I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy a Wrangler when I get home. So like I literally got home and it's like I obsessed about two things. One of them being a Wrangler. You guys do the math. The other thing, I'm sorry. So I go to the Jeep dealership and the first full day I have at home, and I bought a Jeep Wrangler. And I didn't ask many questions. I'm not a car guy. I don't know much about vehicles, but I buy this Jeep Wrangler, and I told my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, we're going to drive to see my grandparents in Missouri, and we're going to take a road trip and take the Jeep. So we do. And most of the time it was a soft top, so we put it all the way back and whatever. And it was hot as hell in Missouri. I think it was July or June when I got home. And I tried to turn the AC on. I'm like, I don't know, it's not cranking. I'll just keep the roof off. And then I take it home, and I said, yo, my AC's not working. I bring it to the Jeep dealership, and they have it for a couple of days. I have a rental. And I call them like, hey, can I get an update on my air conditioning? What's going on here? And they said, oh, yeah, we have it hooked up to the compressor now. Probably just be another day or two. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I go there to get it. They said, yeah, you don't actually have an air conditioner in this Jeep. So they sold me an air conditioner. I didn't ask many questions, obviously.
Any questions? Not many. Any questions?
Any questions? Yeah, I just bought it. Yeah. So I get the Jeep. They tell me it's hooked up to an air compressor. I mean, the compressor, whatever. Clearly a lie. So fast forward 2026, Andrew says to my new Jeep, oh, it's a luxury vehicle. It ain't like a regular Jeep. I let it slide that day, but it festered. And I know, and I just want you to know, and that we don't have to focus on this. We already spent way too much time on the Jeep thing. I want you to know that I know what you were doing that night. Okay? You were
okay. I said okay. It's over.
He admits it. Okay. All right. I know that this isn't going to be smooth.
Oh Lord.
Hey,
oh Lord.
Oh, I thought he fell.
By any means necessary.
That's right.
That's right. I'm at the supermarket, man.
It's always doing something.
I love it. Just grabbing some food to eat for the Hoodlumcast. So rewind. Now, this part I don't believe you heard originally, Rodney, but we're going to the Hoodlum. I mean, the Jigs and Bigs 300th episode. I tell the boys, meet at my house at 5 o'clock. I'll drive the old school rugged Jeep, and it starts at 6. We're about 45 minutes away from that spot in Massachusetts. So I said, meet me at my house at 5. They get there. They're both telling me, Andrew leading the way. I hate doing this to Drew because I feel like now it's just against Drew, but this is true.
It always is, though. Always.
Yeah, but okay. But if I'm lying, I'm crying, and I ain't shed a tear. That's what I say. So I said
that whole Wrangler thing was outrageous.
I just wanted to get it off my chest.
Okay.
I should have done it offline, but we're here now. We're among our family.
that was a wild segment there.
Yeah, we have an audience now. Yeah, of course.
Oh, you know what, you son of a bitch. Do I need to go about how at work we were going to talk about it? I was going to bring it up to you and let you know it's been bothering me, and then you never came and see me. I'm not getting into this. Forget that. We've spent enough time on the Jeep stuff, okay?
I thought you bought a gay truck, a Tesla.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
I'm an ally. I want to be very clear by saying I'm an ally, so that would not be an insult to me, but no, that was my friend's Tesla. And two, let's get back to the 5 o'clock. I said, the show starts at 6. We got to get up out of here. They both tell me, Andrew leading the charge. Oh, I have my ticket right here. It starts at 7. I said, are you sure? 7 o'clock?
I didn't have it here, but okay.
But you said that, though.
I did say 7 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so no big deal. I was like, oh, wow. And another part of the miss, Rodney, I would have never invited these guys to meet at my house at 5 o'clock if we had to stay there and small talk for an hour. So we're sitting there BSing, having a good old time, laughing, of course. And eventually I was like, it's 6 o'clock. And I go, man, you guys sure? I don't know why I asked so many times, correct? Am I wrong? Did I ask? Yeah. I asked a few times because I was pretty certain I knew the time. But I said, man, are you guys sure 7 o'clock? And just for the hell of it, I look up my ticket. I go, It's 6 o'clock, by the way. And I go, yo, the show starts at 6 o'clock. Let's go. Ken mad because he didn't get a coffee, blah, blah. Also, and I agree. That's only one. Actually, that's both of their faults, not just one person's fault. No big deal. Get in the Jeep.
It ain't my fault, brother.
It is because you got to know what time.
No, because I went online and Bobby had a thing that said show tonight, Nathan's Bar and Grill, 7 p.m.
Why couldn't he go to Donkey's before he came to your house?
Now we had no time. And what you were looking at was the trivia show from the night before that started at 7. So
I saw 7 o'clock Jigs and Bigs. I was on it. I hate to do it, but it's Andrew's fault.
I'm going to agree with you, buddy. Honestly, I'm going to agree with you. And I don't, and Andrew, you know it.
After all these years off, here we are again.
Yep.
Dude, you know
This
it.
is crazy.
And we are right back to where we left.
Yeah. It's
No.
God. What am I
I
doing?
backed
to
Andrew.
myself?
I didn't know what I was talking about because I didn't even buy a ticket yet, but I backed Andrew. And we had a great time in your kitchen.
Thanks, Ken. Yeah, we did actually. It was nice.
So, yeah, it was. It was fun. So, the moral of this story wasn't going to be how they lied, Andrew lied, whatever. The moral of the story was going to be these guys have not let me live it down that I did not sit with them at the show.
Oh man. Oh.
So we yeah, this one might be on me. So
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
yeah.
We walk in. Okay. So we walk
But,
in,
yeah.
and it's filled up. There were like a few seats on the side.
Yeah.
So like, oh, Bill, where are you gonna sit? He's like, oh, over there. So okay, so Ken and I walk over there, and we sit down, and then all of a sudden, it's like 7. It's like 7. No, leave. He wasn't ever over there. So it's like 7. They're like, okay, here it is. Everything's live, blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden we look over and he's like at the other side of the room.
So he pulled you or the ugly girls he brought with him.
He
and
wouldn't
want no one to know.
Exactly. He wouldn't even look at us for probably a half an hour.
I didn't know where you guys were.
I was like, yo. He's just like
They
the
were
opposite
right
ways.
They were
Staring
right
off
where
into
you
outer
were.
space. It was crazy, man. It
Yo,
was
I didn't know
crazy.
where
they
you were.
They were right where you told them to sit.
Unbelievable, this guy.
The truth. All right. So can
Hey,
I?
then he tells us on the ride home, I had so much fun. I met the Boston Anglers. They're so
Yeah.
Here we are trying to relaunch the Hoodset Hoodlums.
Exactly.
And you're just like,
Yep.
you're breaking up. Like,
Yep.
you guys are broke up before you even reunited.
It's crazy, man. Who would have thought?
Oh my God.
Ken spent all this time making this new custom apparel and stuff, and you're just like, nope, I'm out.
True.
They're like, hey, the bass guy's like, hey, who'd you come with? Just some guys. They're over there.
Yeah, just a couple guys.
Yeah, Guggen squad.
Fuck them. You know.
So what really happened? I love that. So
That's
what really
awesome.
So I'm
happened-
taking you off of it.
Yeah. Where's your razor blade?
Yeah, put the butcher on there. So I go. So we get there. These guys are wandering around.
Oh,
I see Joe and Meg, and obviously I want to hang out with Joe and Meg and say hi to Bobby. I see the
Yeah,
guys.
but you
I
didn't
see,
sit with any of
Paul.
them. You didn't sit with any of them. What do you mean?
Yeah, we all
were
said hi to
doing-
them.
They were.
We all
doing
said hi
a
to them.
Show. Here's the thing. I'm quick to say quick hello, and now I'm gonna go grab a seat. So I sit down with the butcher. I'm BSing real quick with
No,
the
you
butcher.
didn't.
He's talking very quiet. I don't know if he was hammered. I don't know what he's doing. I can't hear him. I'm next to him. I can't hear him. I don't know if it's my tinnitus. I don't know what's going on.
This
So
guy's unbelievable.
they go, where we sitting? I said, with the I said, where we sitting? I said, with the butcher. We're over here. So I get up. I don't know why I got up. I got up for something. They hadn't sat down yet. Then I see Bobby and Joe Mazzaferro. Oh, Bearded Angler. What up, Joe? I love those guys. I love Joe and Bobby. So Bobby telling me, hey, I'm varsity football, freshman year, blah, blah. I'm like, you're kidding me. So I sit down and I start talking to him. I'm talking to Joe real quick. They start the show. I look back over. The boys are sitting at the original table with the butcher, and now there's other people sitting there. Bro, I'm not crowded in a little space. It's not happening. I'm not sitting there with
Dude,
people to my.
You look like No colors involved. You look like an Oreo cookie. You were smushed in between two people. So
I had nobody to my right. I had. Oh yes, I did. I had.
there might be a
Timmy
dude there that we
Jakes.
never met. Leaving pregnant, you were sitting on top of him. Give me a break.
Topless Timmy
He had an
Jakes.
extra chair next to us.
Topless Timmy Jakes.
Yeah,
I had
topless
never met.
Timmy Jakes, dude.
If I had ever met him, I couldn't recall, but I had always heard his name. It was nice to meet him and his wife. And then I got to sit with Bobby and Joe.
Oh yeah, it was good to meet him.
That's crazy to say, but I had I was having a good old time. And then the show started. I'm not going to get up. They're live, and this is a live podcast, boys. We're have our seat. I had a good view of the screen. I could see my buddies, Andrew and Ken.
Wait a minute. The last anniversary show we went to, we almost burned the fucking place down.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
it was much more calm. It was much more
way. Oh yeah, it was way.
I will
You
say
didn't
it was
have to
much
raise your
more
hand
calm.
before you stood up, Steve. And this kid's telling lies.
Yo, it was much more calm.
Hey,
That's a fact.
Did anybody watch the show or the stream?
It's live.
Yeah,
I missed it. I did not.
Cody got them pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah, he did.
I've actually listened to the playback already, the new episode. So, you guys should know. So Cody was going to originally come up, and then obviously the snowstorm. You guys can't come up with this stuff because you're going to be trapped up here. So, because it was a Saturday night, Sunday we got a couple feet of snow, blah blah.
And then the good thing we didn't, because you would act like you didn't even know us.
No. I would have
Yeah,
sat
we're
with you. Hey, I would have
Yeah.
sat with you guys. I would have sat. No, listen, I wanted to
No.
sit with the butcher. Wink. No, I'm just kidding. I would have sat with the butcher. We sat with Ken and Andrew. Wink.
Hey, he sat.
But
Hey, Drew. He sat with the butcher because he got a better boat than you.
no,
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
sit with the butcher. They did.
Yeah,
Me
hey,
and the
luxury
butcher-
Jeep pulling a luxury boat all of a sudden. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I did
Right.
almost buy a boat the other day. But
Dude, this guy. Come on.
I just thought about it. I was at Bass Pro and I was like, man, I could probably. Never mind. So
I could
we're
swing
getting
that
carried
baby.
away. So I stay
This guy-
with the Mazzaferros. I haven't seen those guys in years. I haven't seen anybody in years. So I see Drew every day. I see Ken every couple of years. It's that's for Drew. Drew didn't even laugh. Anyway, so I just sat with my boys, the Bearded Angler and Bobby, and I listen to the show. They
You're
come
lucky it
around.
was
If you
them,
guys
too,
have,
'cause they're good dudes. You're lucky it was them.
I wouldn't have sat with people over there if it wasn't our boys. Those are our boys. Those guys rep Hookset to the core. Those guys are legit Hookset Hoodlums fam, and they're over here by
Or light.
themselves originally. I'm sitting with my boys. I'm like, then the show starts, and I'm like, they're doing live things in the audience, so I got a little room, so I feel comfortable raising my
Who
hand.
cares? You want to know how crazy this was? When we got in the car, when the whole thing was over, he looked at us and said, "Did you boys get anything to eat? Like you didn't introduce at all?" It's crazy to me. We were a table away. You didn't even look over.
No, he wasn't at all.
I have a
He wasn't
one
looking
picture.
at all for us.
I have one picture from the whole show, and it's the back of Ken and Andrew's head. I just I wanted to take a picture of my boys having a good time.
10 minutes ago, he said,
awesome.
"You didn't win a raffle prize." Well, okay, no, I didn't. You were there.
did not know that. I did not know that. I won. I'm gonna make a video of it actually because I'm gonna give them a shout out. My boys that I sat with, the Boston Anglers. I won a door prize for the Boston Anglers and some soft plastics. But then I checked their page out. These are good guys. I don't want to speak. Maybe they're horrible people, but they seem like very good guys. No, they were cool. Very nice guys. I sat with them. I looked at their Instagram page. Very cool art, very cool stuff, cool baits. I did win a raffle prize. I didn't know Ken didn't win anything. I want to show the baits I got because they're pretty cool. Thing of Neds and all that. So soft plastics. But geez, that's funny. I did not know. Did Andrew, you win something?
I did.
What'd you win, buddy?
I won
Let's
baits.
talk about it.
I won baits.
I actually got a free popper from
Oh,
Billy's old
me too.
neighbor.
Yeah,
Billy's
me
old
too.
Neighbor got it for me.
Was that you that posted something about like a white popper?
No, it wasn't me. Mine's not white.
Man, I just seen
No.
somebody here. I don't
Mine's
know
not either.
within the week. Somebody posted.
what it-
I can't remember who it was. It was a white
You-
popper. Man, that thing
You
looked
know what
awesome.
it was? You know what it was? It was me. I reposted. So one of the announcements, if you guys haven't listened to this week's episode of Jigs and Bigs, which is the live show, and then an interview, Joe Brown from OGO Outdoors and the co-host of
who the
Jigs
fuck
and
is
Bigs.
that?
Exactly. He has launched a new company.
I might smash with a hammer. I don't know.
American Vet. I don't want to get the wrong name.
Fishing. Hello.
No,
That's AVF.
But that's his name.
No, that's the name of it.
Yeah, it's AVF.
Okay. So AVF, and he does all the Japanese, like these sick freaking lures. So that white popper was something that the GDM stuff. So that something I reposted, which I didn't know was a secret at the time. But anyway,
way to go.
Yeah,
Bill.
but that's gonna be sick. And they actually, when I went on Jigs and Bigs, they taught me about this Whatnot app, and Joe kills it on Whatnot. He's slinging baits like a freaking pot dealer in the 90s, and you bid on it, and he's got some sick stuff.
Yeah, back in the day when I used to fish, a lot of river fishing, and that was always what I was looking for, was some kind of top water bait that was white. And it always seemed like you had to go to the Whopper Plopper or something. I could never find just a.
I love that.
But man, I seen that and I was like, dude, that is so fire.
Yeah, it did look sick.
Steve might have crashed.
What Ken's talking about
I'm
is
still here.
What happened? Did you drop your phone?
I don't know what happened, man. I can see you, asshole.
Oh, we can't see you. But Ken was talking about this guy. God. I don't remember the name of the company. I'm gonna look it up in a minute. But there you go, Wolf Tree Customs. This guy made door prizes basically for everybody there, and they were friggin' handmade wooden baits.
That's badass.
Oh yes, I got
all made out of exotic woods.
No shit,
dude, sick too.
Nice.
So I did grab one. If that's what you're saying, you won, Kenny. Then I guess everybody gets a prize. But very cool.
Fucking participation trophy.
Yeah. But very cool. I mean, what an amazing door prize. The guy literally made one for everybody. That was awesome.
Dude, this guy's laughing in the dark. Did you not pay your fucking light bill, guy?
Dude, is that a luxury Jeep where the lights don't work? What do you got in there?
Listen, sons of bitches. It's hard out here in the real world, all right?
I hear you.
Get a candle or something, dude.
Yeah, candle. But so anyway, I just want to clear that up. I didn't want to not sit with you guys. I love you guys. I didn't want to sit. I didn't want to crowd the butcher's space. I didn't want to sit. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing.
He's really putting a lot of emphasis on the butcher, huh?
And then to talk about Lockwood that you guys were talking about. So Cody, who was originally going to come up, and I advised him not to, because of the weather. I said, dude, it's not worth the risk. He starts FaceTiming me during the show, and I'm like, I'm not answering that because it wasn't like a loud ruckus show like the 100. So it was like I answered a FaceTime. It was
we weren't there.
Everyone's like listening, so I'm like, I'm not going to answer the FaceTime. But then he starts calling other people. He calls the butcher. The butcher answers, and they put the live mic up to the phone, and then Cody starts just doing it. I mean, only Cody could be on a phone call in Maryland and steal the show in Massachusetts because the whole place is erupting in laughter because of the shit that Cody's saying. He's killing like a stand-up comic from a phone call, a couple hundred miles away. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was hilarious. It's on the show. It's actually, they did put it on the show. And then later, he starts talking about catching fish in Papua New Guinea and blah, blah. He's commenting, and he writes this comment, and Bobby's just reading it live. And there was a couple controversial words in there. So Bobby's not proofreading, and he's like, yeah, and he says them, and then he's like, oh my God. And,
canceled.
Like a Ron Burgundy moment, and but luckily they played music in the beginning, so YouTube had some copyright strikes, so Bobby was able to go back and edit them out. Although if you listen to the live recording, you could still kind of hear it. But dude, it was an awesome show. And
hey, I'm gonna hop out and hop back in. All right?
Yeah, do your thing. So it was an awesome show, and he wasn't hopping fast enough, so I just removed him.
Fell.
Yeah, and that's a long fall. He's
That's a long fall.
He's still falling.
Just one loose Timberland flying through the air. So to recap, the Jigs and Bigs show was awesome. We met a lot of cool people. We did not sit together.
A lot of Hookset stuff there also.
Hookset, I don't care. Listen, I'm biased.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Oh no, I was talking about the prizes. I was talking about the prizes that Ken made.
I meant like all the shirts and people had everything on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, especially after like we're laying low for a couple of years. So it's awesome to get back with these guys. And again, these are guys that are like actual friends outside of like the whole thing. So, but it is cool to see them still carrying the torch and doing the Jigs and Bigs show. And Sean's got to get a lot of credit too for carrying a show for almost 200 episodes with Bobby and Joe. I think Joe is so good on Jigs and Bigs because again, I don't listen every week, but listening back and catching up on some episodes, Joe's awesome. Joe's such a likable guy, and he does such a good job. And I know he's like a little bit like I don't want to say stage fright, but I don't know what the word is, but he's not a very open social guy unless you're in small groups bullshit with him. But he is so good on that show, and he's awesome. He's got so much experience. He does awesome with it. And I love those guys together.
I fell off of like following any stuff for at least a heavy year and a half. I mean, it's been forever, and I lost track of Jigs and Bigs. What happened there? But I've caught a few clips, that I've seen on Instagram and stuff. And Joe does an awesome job. He is a perfect fit. He's like you said, he's the quiet guy who just has good conversation.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Joe's the man. Joe is the man. Yep. And they complement each other well. They're absolutely very different, but we all, it's funny thinking about the beginning of Hookset. It was also the same exact time that, we talked about it a million times, but the same exact time that Jigs and Bigs had begun, and the same exact time the OGO had begun, and Old Glory gave us a chance by, hey, he heard me on Jigs and Bigs. Hey, we like some Hookset stuff in the store. And from there, it's been, those are our boys ever since. And then we built, this whole thing together. It's like to me, they're all connected. It's all one thing complements the next. So I'm excited to see Joe's next thing. But anyway, that's the recap of the Jigs and Bigs stuff. I did want to talk about, I did briefly touch upon it, some goals. It would be crazy if I end this recording and none of it's saved. So some goals. So I don't know. I could kick it off, or if somebody wants to go first. I did say, let's talk about some goals that we have for 2026. It doesn't have to be fishing related, but like I said, mine that I'm going to talk about are all fishing related. I have 3. If they're covered by other people, then I'll piggyback on that. But Kenny, you want to go?
One. I'll go first.
Go ahead, Drew.
I think this year, my main thing is to really focus more on Hookset as business, because obviously everyone knows, we've been low for a couple of years, because of our life. We all have lives outside the Hookset, and I think this year with having a few years off, I think. We're all at the right mental space, I feel like, to go all in. And I'm excited for it because
I agree.
We've been thinking, what do you think? Month and a half, couple months of just going all in. And here we are. So that's my main one this year.
Very nice.
Yeah, we kicked it. We kicked it off not even a full month ago of relaunch. Yeah, 20, not even 28 days. I'm only looking at because I start looking at some of the numbers online, and I hate to measure it by social media stuff, but that's just, unfortunately, that's the curse of this whole world, is that it does come back around to social media, and it is a good way to track it. But YouTube is a great measure because we started that a little bit later after we started launching the relaunch, but our stuff is so much. Our old videos are getting so many more hits. We have over 500 subscribers on there, 122,000 views in the past 3 weeks. It's just crazy because we went from really laying low and again situating our lives. We all have kids. Rodney, I know you say you're in the same boat. Like, because it's not like we didn't, all of us didn't keep in touch, but yeah, everyone's doing their own thing. We're living life, and the real life is the priority. So I actually thought about this. Bobby always says, or when Bobby talks to people, and I've said it before too, when he's interviewing people, he'll always say like, "Oh, when I was in high school, whatever, I fell off of fishing for however many years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever. And then it came back to it, and I found it. And the funny thing about fishing is, I mean, that's what brings us together. That's our common thing that brought us all together. But then obviously we became involved in real life. But I think it's funny about that. I think everybody probably has a story, because if you're an outdoorsman, a hunter, a fisherman, or whatever you do in life, whatever who you really are, that could always get put on the back burner while you're in high school and you're trying to, chase girls, or trying to find yourself, or get a job, or start a career, or whatever. And you ultimately, no matter what you want to do, you can never really change who you are. So you're always going to come back to that. So probably every person, especially with fishing, has this time period of life where they put it on the back burner, because it's nothing that you have to worry about going away. That's who you are. So like Drew said, I think it's just a perfect time to go back full forward and relaunch.
Before like you guys came out and kind of made the relaunch official, Bill, me and you kind of talked a little bit, and I told you, and you even, I think when you were on Jigs and Bigs here not too long ago, I think you started to kind of touch on the conversation that we had a little bit. I told you that when you guys first came on the scene, so what was that? The end of summer, like 2019, maybe into fall, something like that. And I remember catching you guys on Instagram, and I told you, Bill, I was like, it's so wild to me how, and this is just personal, just with me, but it all kind of comes around after we had this talk and this kind of relaunch, is that you guys came into a lot of people's lives at what seemed to be like the perfect time, like it was a weird time in my life, and I was getting back into the outdoor stuff, like I said, you put it on the back burner. And then we all together kind of build this brand, and then overnight life happens, shit happens, everybody kind of separates, goes their separate ways, and everything kind of goes dark. And when I say dark, I mean more like quiet. We're just laying low, and then I'm kind of back into this new season of my life, but also in this weird spot. And then here comes the relaunch. Like I say, it's I don't know. It's almost like the perfect lining of the stars, almost, that like there was a reason why everything started, and then it laid low for a minute, and now here we are. So this relaunch isn't just going to be some new clothes in your, in your wardrobe. I have a feeling that this relaunch is going to be bringing a lot more, I don't know. I don't even know how to word it. A lot more people out of the woodwork, and maybe not so much to just go whole hog on Hookset Hoodlums, but just you guys being there, the brand being there, there's farmers, there's cops, there's felons, that whole thing, that kind of that it's, I don't know, it's just such a weird community, the outdoors, it's just an odd community.
Sure. I didn't want to expound upon it too much when I was on Jigs and Bigs, but like, it's funny. Well, to piggyback on what you're saying, it's like we have a lot of people that have come and gone too, right? With Hookset, but it's all good. It doesn't matter. It's like, at the end of the day, Hookset is a company, and it's a brand and all that. But so we have people that just want to be involved in that part of it and want to grow their name and be a part of the brand, and that's cool too. But I think a lot of it, the reason that it came at the perfect time, and the ones that are still here like full bore and now it's like, wow, it's relaunched at the perfect time, is because we're kind of all on that similar wavelength. And and like I said, I didn't want to get too much into this in Jigs and Bigs. Kenny and Drew know, but like, we have guys that, and probably including us, right? So that you make career changes, you make professional moves. There we have some of my best friends that are involved in Hookset that like had some substance abuse stuff, and there's marriages, divorces, a lot of life changes. But at the end of the day, the reason we bring it back in is because one thing that doesn't change is your community. And that's the community that we all have, and we built it upon each other. And look, at no matter how many years go by, we still do a Hoodlumcast where Scuba's eating fucking food. It's like, so some things change. some things change, and some and the
And
real
it's
reality
too.
of it
Also,
stays
it's
the
one of
same.
those. It's a weird one too, where even like the OG, like the main core group of us, I don't want to call anybody who had came in in
No, I
the
know what you
later,
mean.
like they were any less a part
Yeah,
of this or
right, right,
anything.
right. Yeah, we
But
get it.
we had our core group,
Fuck
that kind. But everybody was so different, but we had the common, the commonality of outdoors, but personality wise, we were all so different, but we were all very honest with each other. It was like it was truly a family,
Absolutely.
that you could, and we would call, hell, I've still got everybody's phone number in my phone.
Yeah,
I
same,
talked to,
same here.
I talked to Steve-O, I talked to Tito, I talked to Coach, what I mean? Like I still talk to a lot of these guys, and it's just such a wild experience that this whole brand created.
Yes, for years of me stepping away, and again, I've been on social media, but like 2024, I was literally like nothing on social media. I would still, me and Josh Hebner still text all the time talking about the Celtics beating Milwaukee, and like these are people that I've never. Josh, this is a guy I never met in real life, And my wife has.
Josh don't talk to none of us no more.
I still talk to him. And Sam, like every once in a while, like
I wondered what I was actually thinking about him the other day because I wasn't even sure if he was still on Instagram or anything, but every once in a while I'll throw on my he had that shirt with Paul on it.
Yeah.
And I immediately, when I got that shirt, I immediately made it a tank top. And I remember him dude, he threw such a shit fit about how long Sam spent making those shirts for me just to pull it out of the mailbox and cut the sleeves off. Man, he ripped my shit for like a month over that.
I've yet to find, and they don't do this anymore, but I've yet to find a better jig than those Wisco baits. Those are the most quality jigs I've ever seen. And but yeah, I still talk to him, but like he's same thing. He's in the same boat. His kid playing varsity football and he's getting ready to, like, it's crazy how much change is, but again, there's no worries because like when it's time, we're all right here. So it's all good. Like everyone, like I feel the same way. I still have the phone number, still the text. Every once in a while, like a quick DM, like, hey, blah, blah, a little support, whatever. But yeah, that's the cool part about it. And that's what these other brands or whatever, and not all of them, but that's what a lot of them lacked is, and it was very transparent to us who are the real deal. And it's like you watch these guys, you're like, oh, they're, doing well. They're making a lot of sales, but these are not real people. This is not a real thing. It's not a real community. When we go out and get together, it's like, oh, these guys are for real. These guys are friends. These guys are there's a real passion. This is not like, I hope I get a lot of views on Instagram and I'll use, Hookset to do it or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever. But that's why
even if you look back at like the Hoodlum Fest pictures, that is very obvious in that, it wasn't just a bunch of guys there, on their phones the whole time trying to get YouTube or, Instagram views or whatever. Like, and I kind of regret not having enough pictures that weekend.
None of that should have been televised.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Everybody was so in the moment on that, I mean, I'll grant it, Cody and his, double shooters at the bar at the Chinese restaurant, but I mean, other than the moments that we seen coming, everybody was just there in the moment, having fun and enjoying everybody's company. It wasn't like you see the brands and stuff nowadays, and it's all brands. It's not just outdoor stuff. It's all brands, but they're all, they all might be together, but everybody is on that. Got to get the views. And nobody's actually in that moment creating any kind of relationship with anybody.
I always look back, and weird I'm bringing this up again, but like I always look back at like my time overseas, and I'm sure whatever, a lot of guys say this, it's a common thing in like veteran threads too. It's like, man, I wish I took more pictures, wish I took more videos, but it's not about like, oh shit, I'm like ass in the breeze. It's literally like, oh, we're just in the moment. And I feel the same way about Hoodlum Fest, where I wish I had more pictures, wish I had more videos. And Drew and I work at midnights, like just I said to him several times, I said, like, no matter what and I said this on other shows, and we've all said this probably before, but like, if this all went away, no matter whatever happens, like, man, we did this. We were all in this together. Yeah. We had people, guys from Indiana and Maryland. And I drove to Maryland, and like, man, whatever happens in this life, like you could literally say, like, you guys wouldn't have believed it. If I tell you the stories, you wouldn't believe it. You had to be there. It was just, and that's what I look forward to doing again, because we don't have to act or create or plan it. It's literally when we get together, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I jumped on a plane, flew out to the East Coast, borrowed somebody's fucking kayak and fishing poles, and didn't catch a goddamn fish. All weekend. I didn't catch a goddamn fish.
Mattered none, right?
No shits to give.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, dude. And we are we've done some small talks about it, but knowing what it takes now, it's no big deal. Like that's absolutely happening again this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, a quick caveat to Hoodlum Fest, by the way, and I know Ken and Drew know this. I haven't said it out loud yet, but I have a folder on this MacBook of day 2, the actual tournament day, was got so much fucking funny footage of Hoodlum Fest day 2, the actual tournament and the after party. And I will be dropping that once I edit it together on YouTube, lost footage from Hoodlum Fest. But that's great. GoPro mostly. But yeah, and I checked a couple like 1 or 2 minute clips from it, and it's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be a good video.
All you need is a garage, an empty garage, the back of a boat, and a fucking cot.
That's it.
I love Scuba. You had the best thing. I said, that video of Lockwood. If you guys haven't seen it, he's like on the cot. He's all hammered. He's like, "I'm gonna get everybody tonight." and so Scuba texts me. He goes, "Not only did he not get anybody, he slept for 11 hours after yelling that out." Kenny,
and
how about you?
And Brutus slept on the back of the boat like the same amount of hours.
We're getting Brutus back on the water. That's not even negotiable. But go ahead. Anyway, Kenny, what do you got for goals for 2026?
I don't have anything crazy. I feel like I barely fished last year. Like every time I went fishing, it was for like 25 minutes, 30 minutes from a dock or just to go out quick and come back. So I'd like to I haven't seen it, but I heard Andrew got a boat. I'd like to, the three of us, go out several times this year if it's possible, even though with our schedules, and just do more fishing. And then on the Hookset front, I'm pretty excited because when this whole thing started, I did the bulk of the social media, and these two yelled at me and told me it was stupid.
Ranking on it. Right? We'd have meetings about it, like, yo, he's out of his fucking mind.
If I hear the word algorithm again, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yo, but now that they're both cranking on it, I think it could be it's gonna be so much more stuff, and it's gonna be it's gonna be great. Like I used to beg them. I know you're going fishing tomorrow. Just take a couple of videos. Take a picture. Just want to fish, bro. I'm like, all right.
That's hard. Also an issue. Hard. Also, that's an issue. Also, is like when we started. I mean, Bill and I are absolute rockheads.
27 years old. I was 40. I know.
We're just rockheads, though. I mean, we just want to fish, right? So everything happened so fast for us, and everything blew up really fast, and then finally it was like, oh shit, we are something.
Mm-hmm.
It was odd.
We didn't know how to manage that. And I think having, a year and a half, 2 years off, it's we've been able to understand how everything works now.
Well, how many times did we say, Drew?
Exactly.
How many times did we say it, Drew? If we knew what we knew now, this thing could be blowing up. And then there's eventually why are we not doing it? And how many times have we said in the past 2 months, man, Ken was right about all this stuff.
He was right. I know. I know.
Good job, Ken.
He was.
And to touch on the
he was older. He was more experienced,
Oh, that's great. See, that's like me. That's like the luxury Jeep thing.
You're the younger guy, supposed to have all the tech knowledge.
That's the luxury Jeep thing, what he just did. He's complimenting you, but
just for everybody at home, I know it's gray, but this is not dyed and it's still brown upstairs. So
yeah, it looks great.
Thank you.
Wow, yeah, really nice, man. Yeah.
That is sharp.
Yeah. We're
Scuba, I love
really
that.
Good. Really proud of you for having hair.
Let's see yours.
I got hair.
Yeah, has a mustache too.
Yeah, you look like that rapper NF. Anyways, to touch on the thing, and I think why we're different and you're saying, the community and friendships and all this stuff. Look at any other company's social media, right? Take Instagram, for instance. People that like pro staff for them would be so excited if they got put up there, or like, oh, they finally used my picture, or they're never going to use my picture. And all we do is support everybody who supports us, and we said that from day one.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
our page, not so much as recently because it's not fishing season, but it's just everybody who supports us, and we just try to put back on them and give them love and get them likes or follows or whatever.
Yeah, I would
company.
never say like, I would never like say like we deserve credit for it, but like look at all the offsets of and again, Jigs and Bigs and OGL and Bass and Brews and everybody's their own thing, but we were all in this together. And it's like I'm so happy when I see clips of Paul and Alex, and it's like, and I think they do really well. I'm like, I love those guys anyway, but I'm saying like these guys we've never met in real life. I'm so happy they're still going and the show is still strong. And when they get big guests, I'm like, dude, that's so sick. Like and seeing Bobby and Joe, I'm like, I was so happy to watch them do it and how smooth and how good Joe was. And Bobby's a professional. He does that. Again, Bobby has his own business where he does these live events. But like seeing these guys, I'm like, God, man, this is so cool that these guys. And again, like I said, Sean deserves so much credit too. Like these guys kept this going. And then again, we stepped away, but life doesn't stop. These guys, I was so happy to see all these guys going. And then you see all these people, Coley and all these people like that are still out there and they got association with all these other brands. Like, man, that's so sick that these guys are doing so well.
Yeah.
Hold on, what just happened?
He choked on his Marcelo.
I literally thought Lockwood just joined. I was like, no way. But then I had a notification. But
how many people have met each other through like the Hookset and then have traveled across the countries? Like so many trips have been planned and friendships.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wild, man.
Because they met through this thing, and I think that's the coolest part about the whole thing.
Man, I still get weekly love notes from Ken, just random.
Yes, texting and everything.
I offered my house to Rodney a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, my wife was like, who? I was like, Rodney from Hookset. And she's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
He's not a stranger. He can come.
Yeah.
It is. It's just so wild to me that something so small turned into, and it didn't turn, global by any means. Yeah, I kind of to a point, but that it brought such a tight knit group of people together. That's what always has blown my mind.
Right.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. And then even with the fact you guys of it being gone for a couple of years, it's not rolling real fast. I think I own every hat that, has ever been on the market. And there's a handful of them that they never fit me right. So, I still, if I see somebody, that's like, Hookset, Hoodlums, what's that? I'm like, hey, next time I see it, I'll give them a hat. I see people on TikTok that I've given hats to that in a random video, they've got one on. They have no ties to this, don't even do any fishing. But here they are wearing the brand.
Cool. I was driving to work one day and I saw a kid cutting the grass that worked for the town. And I'm like, that's a Hookset hat. So I go drop off my kid, do what hey, bend over. And then I turn around, I come back, I pull up.
Great sweatpants, huh, Billy?
I'm like, let me see your hat. He's like, oh, it's his company. And I'm like, oh, is it? That's pretty cool. And the kid, no idea who he was.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. You all right, Billy?
Yeah, Billy has a wild story from Florida. That someone's like, yo, Wild Bill.
Wow,
and his wife's like,
Hoodlums.
Yeah.
What'd she say? I would have never believed that if I wasn't here to see it. She said,
yeah.
The two problems here. One is my laptop was dying, and then two is when I just went up there, I peed, and the light above my thing was just dripping water. So that's a really bad sign. But I'm not going to do it right now because there's not going to be anything I can do about it.
Oh, jeez.
That's not.
Yeah. But I just mentioned it to my wife, so I'm sure that things will go real smooth up there, and she'll act like she could do something about it. And I have to like all of a sudden I'm a man. Like, oh, she's like, why are you just went back down there on a podcast? Like, yeah, lady, what am I going to do? Fix it? Get me a man's phone number and I'll call him.
I know one.
There's 1.5 feet of snow on my roof. I mean, probably just whatever. It doesn't matter. you know. But Rodney, what do you got for some goals here for 2026?
Oh
dude?
man, this year is full of them, man. Everything is a goal. Like you talked about career change. You know, I had a career change here within the last month. You know, I did my last job for 21 years. I needed something different. Went completely out in the left field. You know, just completely changed everything, and it has been the best decision in my current life. You know, but I'm ready to get back into the swing of having hobbies again. You know, that was my biggest thing. Even with the silence of Hookset Hoodlums, I don't know if even in the last 2 years I would have been around for it. I kept myself so busy, you know. But I was like, man, I got to pump the brakes. I got to change some things. I got to work on me, and that's probably my one and only goal is to come out of 26 a completely different person than I stepped into this year as.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and anything that comes along with it, that's just going to be a goal that's checked off the box. So, I mean,
yep, that's excellent.
Yeah. I remember years ago you had often kind of entertain the idea of a career change. I remember it was UPS. It was more just about like with Rodney, but you know, like having we're trying to go to games and coach, and you're like, I missed this how many years, blah blah. And again, we all do what we can. It's like I miss it. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna miss a game. Like it is what it is. Like we have to do what we have to do. That's the duty of being a man or being an adult, and it happens. But I remember you were teetering with that idea for years, like conflicted.
Yeah, it kind of just came to a whole head with me when Rodney's now at the age he's going to be 10, so he's at the age now where he's kind of picking up on like, hey, we've never been on vacation, you know, one of those kind of things, you know. But in the vacation part of the year, I'm busy, and it kind of hit me that like, man, he's going to figure this out. That not that Dad's not there. But we're just missing out on a lot of things, and I just had to make a change. And it was nothing. It was nothing personal with my company, you know, my previous company. It was nothing.
Yeah, right.
Nothing personal there. It was just, it doesn't matter what you do. Eventually, you come to a finish line where you either got to keep dragging the weight or you got to move on and start a new race. And it was just time for a new race to start.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and that's all part of it. It's all part of it. It's what we all go through it. Like, like I've had to, I don't know, from work wise, I've had to come to the realization like that, like, all right, I'm where I need to be. I want to go any further. I got to focus on the end game here now, like getting rid of it and retiring one day, and you know, what's more important. I don't live to work, you know. So we have to work.
And me and one of my
is.
lifelong best friends, we actually last summer had this conversation that was like, it's so wild that in the younger part of your life, we are kind of just taught that work, and then you get to a certain age and then you retire, and that's when you can go hang out. Well, by the time you reach that age, how much can you really do? You know, your kids are grown, your kids are gone, you've probably got grandkids by that time, and now you're just off. You kind of flip that on its head. I was like, you know, you got to make money and you got to work to survive, but my life isn't to work. I need to have a life outside of work.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we need.
I know we say that always.
To live. We were talking about that in my luxury Jeep on the way to the Jigs and Bigs show. We were talking about like how the work is not the priority, you know. And one day, you know, we work with some guys that, you know, have already gone through it, and they said like, man, it's the worst feeling in the world that house is an empty house now. Like those rooms are empty. And like, oh yeah, you can't put. There's no dollar amount on that. You know what I mean? So
and I've looked back on like right out of high school. I mean, it was like weeks after I graduated. One of our good family friends had retired from the railroad, and I mean, like that day he told me, he's like, hey Rodney, I can make a phone call and get you on that train, you know. And here I am 18 years old. I'm like, man, I don't want to do that. And now here I am 40 years old, and I'm like, man, I should have done that.
Man, I wish I did that.
Yeah. I would have been at 38 years old, you know, whatever, retired, you know, and then I could have slowed it way down. But now here I am 40 years old, and I kind of feel like I'm starting at 40 where I should have been started at like 25. you know,
Yeah.
and that's, you got to get out of that mindset too, because you're never on time, but
Never.
Yeah.
Or you're where you're supposed to be. And as long as you have like your priorities in check, it doesn't matter. A job is a job, that's fine. As long as you can survive and you could live, then you're doing the right thing anyway. There's no time frame, there's no set formula to how it's supposed to be done. So
100%.
I'm with you. I agree with you 100%. I don't have anything too deep for goals. Like I have like a couple like cheap little fishing goals. Like I want to target a couple new species. I want to go after like some pike. I want to beat my PB. Joe and I are doing a couple of big boat tournaments this year. I'd love to be able to place like maybe like a top 3, top 5 finish there, because it's not something I'm used to. Obviously, I've done a lot of kayak tournaments and I've been very lucky and successful there. But yeah, I want a new PB for largies. I want to do well in some big boat tournaments as a co-angler with Joe. And I want to push this freaking Hookset thing to the moon. I really do. I think that's the time is right. I think it's the time is now, and the momentum is on our side. I think we have not that, and all the credit in the world to Ken and Drew for like keeping it going, and not giving up on it, not letting the trademark go away, because somebody scooped that in a second, and then piggyback on everything that the name that we built. But I think almost, and I would never say it's like good that I stepped away, but for me it was good. But I think almost like it might have been the right move in hindsight. Not that it was planned, but like everyone's got to situate themselves. We did trial and error, and we know what worked and what didn't work. And now, knowing what we know now, and not to entertain or give time to inauthentic or dummies that are just looking for a certain thing. We know what works, and who gives a shit about the success of a business wise. It's about the name, it's about the brand, it's because of what it stands for, and we know that now. I mean, we knew that then, but we definitely know that now. So I think blowing this thing up with the right people for the right reasons is huge, and I think it's already written. I think it's no problem. I think it's inevitable. So
that's the hard thing with small brands too, is they look for, I don't want to call them shortcuts, or that you guys even necessarily did any of this, but you want to put in minimum work for maximum return. Yeah. You want to start, and then tomorrow you want to be world famous, and and you just said it, like you figured out what worked, and you don't need to associate with other stuff just to get, it'll eventually get there. I mean, it's a slow climb, but eventually you're going to get there.
Yep. 100%. I do want to do these Hoodlumcasts more regularly, but I definitely don't want to be a slave to like, hey, we need to push this and make sure it happens every week, because that's just dumb. That's how you end up saying dumb things and doing dumb things and having boring shows. I just think it needs to be the real deal, and I don't think everything needs to be, necessarily like we don't. Like Scuba's the man. Scuba's like, what are we doing? We going off the rail? Well, it doesn't matter, bro. Like we are who we are. We're the real deal, all of us. And if you weren't, you wouldn't be a part of Hookset anyway. So it's like we get together, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna talk about real stuff, and that's the way it is. And I think now we're really going to get to the essence of what this was always supposed to be. So I'm so pumped. I'm excited for 2026. And when I say Year of the Hoodlum, I really mean that. Like that's a cool saying. It's a cool slogan. But I mean, I think it's 100%. It's in the books, man. It's happening. Lock it in. It's Hookset. We always say Hookset versus everybody. We could. There's a lot of good people that's come up, but legitimately, I think there's nobody that's even in the same realm as what we do.
No.
Right? So, and we're gonna show that this year for sure. And I can't wait for Hoodlum Fest, and I can't wait to get back out there. Can't wait to find out why my light in the bathroom is leaking water. This is real life, man.
Yeah, are we gonna actually fish? Like all three of us? You think?
No.
It's my goal,
but
my goal.
Yeah, dude. What are you talking about? You just
your goal is nothing now.
So I'm gonna cut it here. We did I think an hour 45, right? Is that right? Does that sound right?
No, it's an hour 14. 1:14.
Okay, so I don't know what that's about then. So I'm hoping this recorded. If it didn't, we'll just close the business. So, does anybody have anything before we go?
I'm good, man. I'm just glad to see everybody back, man.
Hell
It's
yeah,
been a long time.
Agreed, 100%.
And Bill, I don't know, is even since the birth of this, I don't know if I've seen you this excited about this. So that to me shows that this re-up is going to be the real deal. So
100%, full bore. All,
and that's not a shot at you or anything like that.
No,
But
I don't
it's
take
just
it as one.
yeah, I haven't seen. I don't remember seeing you this in it. You know, like
afterwards.
Up, so.
Afterwards, she'd be like,
Appreciate
fucking
that.
Rodney.
No,
Fucking Rodney.
I know a shot when it's
You know how-
and I knew.
He's like, remember last week when Rodney said this?
No,
I really thought about this, and I
We're
just
gonna go to the
on it.
moon. Hey, we're going to the moon. You guys go sit at that table. I'll be over here.
when you said it was a luxury Jeep, my eye twitched. I let it go. But
this guy could sell ice to an Eskimo. It's unbelievable.
Rodney, I agree with you 100%. I haven't felt this energy in a long time, and yeah, I appreciate that. Drew, all right, Kenny, I like your goals. I'm just kidding, guys. Anyway, hooksethoodlums.com. Oh, never mind. We'll save that. That's it. Hooksethoodlums.com. Everything's marked down, ready to go. Go check it out. Everything's priced to go. We are working on some re-up with some new stuff. So once a lot of this stuff is gone, it is gone. So
let's get it.
Stuff, go ahead and check it. Hooksethoodlums.com. Follow Hookset Hoodlums on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube. All of that. Hoodlumcast are back. And it's only a matter of time. So Scuba, thank you for coming. Scuba, got anything to say? Okay, great. Excellent. He probably choked on his friggin' raviolis, and that's the end of it. So, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are done. I hope this worked. Hold on. Boom.
Go Bills.
Recording.